Hello everyone, I am Sagar Shridesh and here I present you one essay written in two different forms. This is the first essay which is written like this, and this is the second essay which is written like this. Clearly you can see the first essay doesn't seem how it starts and how it ends. Also, we would rather find it difficult to clearly understand the article. The second paragraph, however, is written in paragraph, and because of which we will be more receptive to read it, and this is how it divides the entire essay into the fragment. Thus, paragraph makes the article clear, easy to understand, and also it stimulates the ease of understanding. But do you know, while writing, how we can create a paragraph, and where and how and why we have to change a paragraph, and in the last, how we can build an effective paragraph. In this video, we are going to discuss all about paragraph, how to make paragraphs. We will discuss when and how to write in a paragraphs in an essay. So stay tuned and watch this video till the end. Hello friends, I am Sagar Shridesh from Komet Study Abroad. Before going further, please consider subscribing if you haven't yet subscribed to this channel. I make videos on IELTS, TOEFL, GRE, SAT, GMAT and other English basics. I also make videos on study abroad options and its processes. Now without any further delay, let's kick off. So before understanding that how do we actually make a paragraph, we need to understand the objective of writing an entire essay. Now what is an objective of writing an essay? Why do we write an essay? The objective of writing an essay is to convincingly prove your position with sufficient arguments, reasoning and examples. Now in each essay you need to take a position. Suppose in an agreed and disagree question, you take a position that you disagree with a given situation. So your objective in that particular essay would be to prove that why you disagree with that situation. Similarly, in the direct answer type question, suppose just for an example, you need to answer the question that is given in the question, and those answer to those questions would be your position statement. And so in this essay you need to convince your reader that why that particular answer that you have chosen to give is valid for the given situation. So all in all, the objective of an essay is to prove that why you have taken that particular position and why this position is valid from your point of view. In other words, your entire essay will revolve around in an effort to prove your position stated in the introduction. Now, after understanding the objective of an essay, it's now again important to understand the objective of each paragraph. As I have said that in an essay you need to prove your position entirely. Now in order to prove that particular taken position, it is not possible that we could prove in only one point or one issue. There could be more than one general reasoning or a broader issue. However, these reasoning or issue themselves may not be convincing enough in itself. It need to be further elaborated with appropriate arguments, reasonings and examples. Thus each paragraph addresses one particular broader issue or reasoning with certain arguments that ultimately help us to convince our reader about the rationality behind our particular position taken in the essay. This was all about the objective of essay. Now it is also important to understand the parts of a paragraph. There are various parts of the paragraph. So let's talk about the parts of the paragraph. So in one paragraph, each paragraph mainly consists of three main parts. Firstly, the paragraph would start with a topic sentence which will be same like that issue, that broader issue or reasoning. That is basically a topic sentence, and this particular topic sentence is also called as a thesis statement by someone, and usually I used to call it as a main idea, because this is a kind of a statement that would describe the entire flow of that particular idea. So the main idea is collectively general statement that works like a title of that paragraph. So the entire discussion of one particular paragraph will only revolve around its main idea, and we could not deviate from the main idea. However, the main idea is not convincing by itself. It should be supported by some reasoning, facts, figures or examples. This is achieved by writing supporting argument. Now the supporting arguments will thus chiefly address or elaborate the main idea and try to convince your reader about the position taken in the main idea. In a paragraph, the supporting argument could be more than one. Remember, the main idea will be only one, but supporting argument could be more than one. But what we need to clearly keep in mind that this supporting argument cannot deviate from the main idea. That means it should ultimately try to prove the idea that is coined in the main idea. One important point before writing a supporting argument is that wherever it is possible, it shall be in the form of cause-effect sentence. And at the end, we end any paragraph either by writing a conclusion statement or a transition statement. So what is a conclusion and transition statement? A transition statement will enable your reader to get an idea about possible content that will be developed in the further paragraph. So this transition statement help us to maintain the flow of the paragraph. On the other hand, sometimes we end our paragraph with conclusion also. The conclusion of the paragraph help the reader to understand that you have completed the discussion about the one set of the topics, and now you are going to switch to the another set of topics. I hope so far the things are clear that why we write a paragraph and what are the parts of the paragraph. Just to reiterate, I will say that there are three parts of the paragraph. One is the main idea, second is the supporting idea, and last we end any paragraph with a transition or concluding statement. Now to understand it better, let us do an essay to understand it better. Question says, news editors decide what to broadcast on television and what to print in newspaper. What factors do you think influence these decisions? Do we become used to of bad news? Would it be better if more good news was reported? Here we need to answer three main questions because this is a direct question type essay. So here in this direct question type essay, we need to answer the questions. Now what are those questions that we need to answer? Number one, the factors that influence an editor's decision to publish any set of news either in a TV or in a newspaper. Second answer we need to give that are we really used to of bad news, and the last answer that we need to give them is that does reporting good news would make any differences in our. So once we have made our rough draft, we will now try to formulate an essay, and this is how our paragraph may possibly. In the first body paragraph, the first sentence highlighted in fluorescent green because I have highlighted it for your convenience to understand that what is the main idea of this paragraph, what will be the supporting and other thing. So here the first sentence highlighted in fluorescent green is the main idea of this paragraph. Here the main idea suggests that we are going to talk about the factors influencing the decision to make a news TV or print worthy. Now you could see I have two highlighted area, the blue highlights and the yellow highlights. So the blue, as you know that we have to talk about editors influencing between TV and print. So in the first supporting idea, I have given the reason that what sort of news comes in TV, which is highlighted in blue. So this blue highlighted sentence are the first supporting argument. This argument reveals what kind of news is potentially published through TV and why. Also please note that these arguments are in a cause-effect relationship as I have planned. The second supporting sentence is highlighted in yellow and it tells the factors. As the first supporting factor sentence told us about TV, this particular sentence will tell us about the print, that why it gives a cause and effect, that why a particular what sort of news shall come in the print. Again the sentences are in cause and effect relationship. It is important to maintain this cause and effect relationship because by giving certain evidence, that is causes, we are trying to highlight its impact. This impact is basically answering the reasoning behind our position. Finally, the red color highlighted sentence is a transition statement that will be developed in further paragraph. Such a transition statement helps to drive curiosity and maintain coherence of the essay. Here we can see that we have ended the sentence about the tendency to rely more on negative news in order to make it commercially profitable, and this idea we will develop in next paragraph. And now in the next paragraph you may notice that we have initiated the sentence with the phenomenon of negative news. However, here when we are saying that the trend of negative news is not a one-sided affair, that means it's not just that the broadcasters are responsible for this negative news, and there are someone else also who is who are equally responsible for this tendency. And who is someone else here? By the question we know that we are going to talk about we as an audience. So that's why I have started the sentence with that this is not a one-sided affair. Understand, the main idea is a kind of a general statement. It's not necessary that it would be very specific. It can be specific in certain scenario, but more or less most of the time we write it in a very general statement. That's why I have written that it is not a one-sided affair, and we are going to talk about something else apart from the news agencies who propels such kind of a negative news. The supporting argument in this paragraph describes how and why the viewers too are addicted to the negative news, and hence both the parties are equally responsible for this kind of a trend. The paragraph here ends with adverse impact. This as we have planned in our brainstorming or the planning section. This line acts as a transition where the discussion of negative impact is coined, and now this particular thing will be further described in the next paragraph. Now you can notice the last paragraph starts with a signpost word finally. This suggests that this is the last argument of the essay. The main idea here talks about the limiting the adverse effect of negative news. The supporting sentence answer why the relay of positive news will be benevolent for the society, and this paragraph ends with a concluding statement, as I have told that we are going to end our argument. So this is all about framing the body paragraph. In nutshell, the position mentioned in the introduction are proved by the points mentioned in each main idea of the paragraph. Each main idea in the paragraph is supported by the supporting argument, and the transition and concluding statement help the reader to connect and maintain flow between the two paragraphs. Meanwhile, you should not forget to use appropriate signposts and linkers in order to maintain the smooth flow of the essay to maintain a better coherence. I hope you have understood and you have liked this video. Thank you for watching this video. If you have liked this, please like and don't forget to press the subscribe button. See you in the next video. Till then, take care and bye-bye.